Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome to this video review where we're going to be talking about how to build a business. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Brando Linick, and in this video what we're going to do is just a quick review on a fishing charter business. If this is something that you're passionate about, it's one of your hobbies, there's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts you got to keep in mind. I've had some people that I know who have done it alright, and without getting into too much of the complexity of it, just doing a brief overview of the business model with a charter fishing business. Once you have a lot of the insurances that you're covered with for liability purposes, alright, not just for your boat, for yourself and for your customers, your clients, okay? Once you have your insurance, alright, once you have your boating license, obviously, you have the ability to take your boat, considering that it meets the legal requirements depending on where you're located. I mean, states and provinces, if you're in Canada, United States, it's going to vary, alright? Different cities have different rules and regulations depending on the size of the boat that it has to be in order to be qualified as a charter, which is what it really needs to be if you want to start a fishing charter business. But once you have the qualifications down, alright, and you can go to the government of regulation website, alright, if you're in Canada, if you're in the United States, I think it's the Secretary of State website you can go to when it comes to printing off the forms for getting your business license and registering it out. From that point on, once you've met the legal requirements, it can be as simple, and if you want to learn more detail about that, comment below and I'll point you in the right direction. But when it comes to that, it can be as simple as, once you've got your boat, just going out and acquiring customers, alright? And then you figure out your hourly, usually it's going to be hourly rates, okay? And you want to be able to market yourself effectively. So a good way to market your business doing fishing charter business, alright, to get clients and customers, is through social media. I would highly recommend you do it. One of my friends who started this out, they did it because they had a passion with fishing. They did it because they really enjoyed it, which there's nothing wrong with it, and how they did things was through like social media, Facebook, Instagram. And with Instagram, just as an example, is you can search up tags in Instagram for people who are interested in fishing, who post pictures about fishing and travel and adventure, which is going to be kind of your niche, alright? People who are interested in travel, adventure, fishing. That's going to be your group of people, the audience that you want to attract to you. So through social media, you can do that and not pitch them, alright, but interact on their content. Say, how you doing? Just interact on the posts that they create. This is exactly what my friend did, where they started to build relationships with people via social media and then started asking them if they'd be interested in, when they come on down in the area, to take a look at what it is that they're offering with fishing charter, and that's how they built out their business. Now, when it comes to it, even though it can be that step-by-step to starting it, once you've got your boat, you can just go out there and start, getting clients and customers through social media and building your business that way. Even though you can do that, I'm just telling you, when it comes to the flexibility and time freedom of it, you got to keep in mind you're going to limit yourself to the amount of money that you can make. What do I mean by that? If you've only got one boat, that means you've only got one fishing charter boat, which means that can only fit a certain amount of people on that boat, which means you're only going to be able to make a certain amount of money off of, people, alright? Which, if you're not in business to make money, then there's no point in being in business, which means you can't make the money to be able to do what you're passionate about, to buy, the fishing equipment that you need. If fishing is your passion, you won't be able to afford that. So if you're not in business to make money, then there's no point in you doing a fishing charter business. So it's important you keep that in mind. And I would advise you, actually, you can take this or leave it, but before you consider starting a fishing charter business, unless you're looking at franchising it out, where you have multiple different charters going out at once and you can earn, an income stream that can like double and triple, alright, where you can do the things that you want to do without being the only person. Because with fishing charter, when you're producing, alright, when you're going out and you're driving people out onto the ocean and you're going fishing or onto the lake, you have the chance to make money. But when you're sick, when you want to take a vacation, because you're not going to be driving the boat, that means your income in your business, it stops. So when you have a franchise, you have other people doing work out there. So unless you're looking at franchising it out, if you're looking at this because fishing is your passion, you want to be your own boss, you want to create income, time, freedom, flexibility, I've got an additional lead I want to throw your way. And my story with this goes back just over the last year, when I came across a person whose hobby was traveling, alright? They really enjoyed traveling and seeing the world. It wasn't really fishing, but they really loved traveling. And because they were doing this, traveling, making a multiple six-figure income, which is not average or typical, building a business and doing so on the internet, living the kind of lifestyle I wanted to live without time and money being an issue, without supplies, without equipment, without employees, because they weren't dealing with that overhead. I started to model and copy what they're doing. In less than 3 months after that, for myself and family, I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time. I'm sharing that with you because if you have a passion, whether that passion is fishing, traveling, snorkeling, alright, surfing, whatever that passion is, I would highly encourage you, if you want to do it, to build a business, to have time freedom, leverage, flexibility, learn to build a business on the internet where you can make enough in a profitable fashion where you can afford to do the things that you want to do, alright, without being limited, without having to franchise something out, without having to do those things unless that's really what you want to do. So that's just my tip, that's my overview. And, you know, it's what I started doing just over the last 15 months when I transitioned from a traditional business to an internet business. Not the only way to go, but I would encourage you, if it makes sense to you from a business perspective, to use the internet to do the heavy lifting for you to increase your profits and your income, because you won't be dealing with supplies, equipment, employees. Supplies would be boats, which can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Then I would encourage you to connect with someone who's already building a business online, model and copy what they're doing, and apply it to yourself where you can be able to do the things that you want to do and get the results that you want. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you've got questions, down below. If you'd like to learn more information about building an income and business online from home, if you're coachable, trainable, willing to learn some things, if that's you, connect with me on my site, check it out. It's 123marketingtips.com. The link will be in the description, and I'll personally connect with you there. And take care.